All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate,
Arrgh.
contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll take a great deal for you.
High passion rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right, we're back. And boy, things are busy. People are dropping in.
They're all in. Yeah, Dennis says he's been out working fields. He didn't say if he did any good or not. I didn't get out today. It a little too busy. So
Yeah, he'd been working the fields, and tomorrow he's going to be working on cleaning his boots.
well, he said he's going to go check a couple more fields tomorrow. So that'll be interesting.
Well, no sense in cleaning them yet, then.
Oh, you
They're just
got
going to get all dirty again.
1881 Indian and 11 Wheaties, he said. Ski Searcher. How you doing, Ski Searcher?
That's not necessarily a bad day working in a field like that. But with seeing all of that come up, where's the silver, Dennis?
Well, Dave got out. He got several pennies. He got a couple mercs. He got a few other little items.
Now there's a guy that was tearing it up today. Then I wonder what machine he was using.
900.
Good machine.
Yep, he was using the 900 today. He likes that machine. In fact, he just ordered the small coil for it, but he'll be going up to Alaska in that small coil and amongst the heavy rock wall and that kind of stuff. Snipe some nice gold.
Nice. Yeah, it will. It will, definitely.
Barb, why do you need a lawyer? It evidently isn't Facebook jail this time.
I don't know. How many times can you go to Facebook jail before they threaten to throw away the key?
I don't know.
Maybe she needs representation. Character witnesses. Ha!
So, and Phil, I see your batteries due to you Friday? Thursday or Friday.
So they did get it ordered then.
Oh, yeah. We got it out yesterday, and it's on its way.
Good to hear.
That way she can keep up with Phil. Got to keep them all happy.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow
absolutely.
he said. Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
So it's going to get there a little earlier.
Yep.
Well, hopefully he's found his tutorial and he's been watching it.
Yes, he did. We chatted today a little bit, and yeah, he knows how to change it.
Did you tell him, now after you're done with that video, I expect you to pass a test. I want to see you completely disassemble an Equinox.
There you go.
Blindfolded.
Oh, you got a scammer in the hobby. I saw a post tonight about a hunt that people were not happy with. The Hoover boys brought that up. The hunt, was it Kentucky, I believe? They just recently had, and one done well.
Well, like we've said before, here and on Detect America, if there's a hunt that you're not hearing about through one of these shows, chances are good there's a reason. And we promote the good hunts that are happening, the Chicago Dig Fest, Swing Into Summer, DTH, Florida Hunt 10, the Florida hunts, Dig It Dude, stuff like that. There's a reason why.
You betcha. The ones that, if they're supporting something, the money goes to the supported group that is set aside for it. Yeah. Scott's giving it to me here. Apparently it was the same people that did Relicon in South Carolina. Their write-up is on James Huntley's site if anybody wants to see all the negative comments. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah. That's why I say there's
a lot.
There's a reason why they hear about these hunts that they should attend through the shows instead of because there are some hunts out there that are done quite poorly. Leaves a lot to be desired for definition, but that's why we don't promote those. I mean, if it's not worth the time for you to attend, it's not worth the time for us to promote it. That's about the way it boils out.
Ian, I've heard things about that, buddy. Basically, you're paying him to go hunt with him.
And people have seen us back away from different organized events in the past too, and there's a reason.
There's a big reason. So, no, the Kadoa hunt, those are all pretty good. Florida hunt.
Oh yeah, Treasure Fest, they're good. Yeah.
Big Fest Chicago, you betcha. Good folks. We put on good ones with I&I.
You guys, I&I puts on some great ones. So does the CFMB with their Sunshine hunt.
We got good people. Stand up. So that's the fun of it.
And that's why many times these are the hunts that people are looking to attend, is because they are hearing people talk about them. And not only talk about them, but usually talk about them with high praises, positive light, things like that.
Right.
So when an event is done well, it can speak for itself. It can promote itself. And when it's done poorly, it also speaks for itself.
Okay, we got a question. Melissa has a question for us. What's the lightest but good detector? Actually, by a couple ounces, the Deus 2 is the lightest. But then you've got the 800, 900. You've got the Legend and others out there that are really good detectors. And
well, and when we're talking weight class, technically, yes, by definition, the Deus would be the lightest. But like you said, we're only talking ounces. There's ounces of difference between the Deus and, say, the Legend and the Equinox, the Xterra Pro, the Manicore, the Simplex. So there are a lot of light machines out there.
And you know, if you just totally judge your machine by weight, now you got to do a little research. What fits your needs? What fits your capability? Where the Legend is probably as simple as it gets. And then you kind of move up, and then there's the 900, even the Manicore's lightweight. It's all come to this. So you got to kind of make a budgetary, what you want to hunt. Look at.
Right. It's all based on what is your environment, your style of hunting, your budget.
What you want to do.
And your needs.
You're right.
I think you said it was Melissa that had that question. I would be curious to know, is she just curious to know what the lightest machine is out there, or is there a medical reason behind it?
Well, you know, I don't know this without talking to her directly. She's a coin hunter, she says. So, you know, but where do you hunt the coins? Are you in fields?
Right.
Beaches?
Are you in fields? Are you on wet beach or dry beach?
Yeah.
Mineralized beach?
There's other things. But they all, and then Jason also brought up a good point. Don't rule out the Simplex Plus or Score by Nutka. So, you know, there's a lot of them out there right now. They've all tuned up. Even the Xterra Pro is a nice machine to handle. By my
especially for the price point.
Right. Some of the Garrett series, the Aces, the Apex, that's a lightweight machine. So,
and like you said, that even the other Aces, you know, they make that little concentric shooter coil for, and that thing can hammer on jewelry like it's nobody's business.
So, Frank, according to what I have been told on new coming from Garrett, yes. In talking with a couple of my friends there. But they're not given any amount of big detail. Okay, Melissa says there is medical reasons, and she likes to work parks and fields. I'm hearing things too, Frank, but nothing on a firm, exact thing yet on it. And
right, they're still being very vague and ambiguous.
And they're sending the boys to Australia, so I'm guessing it might be in the Goldfield PI system.
Gold-related.
So that's all I'm saying. But, you know. Yep.
Well, and Melissa had said that's something to do medically. I mean, when I had to go lightweight, I had to go lightweight like yesterday. Mm-hmm. And Equinoxes were nowhere to be found at that point. That's what put me into a Deus. But then once Equinoxes did become available, they're not that much more to swing than a Deus is.
Right. And Melissa,
so that's something to think about and factor into your budget and everything. Maybe a Deus is out of your price range.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Melissa, give me a call and we can talk detectors and see if we can figure out and get you narrowed down to what you want. Like Indiana Tones, I love Aruba too.
Lou's in the house.
Yep. I'm headed there in 2 days.
Right, and probably anxiously awaiting, counting down the hours. I'm really surprised you have not packed yet, or completely packed.
I'm not completely packed. I was sorting. It's mostly dig out shorts, warm weather stuff, get that all going, and I got the equipment. All I got to do is that's all sorted around is get it into the carriers. So
you've got your equipment, but do you have Ron's?
Ron's is mixed with mine. Yes.
Okay. Good.
So, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. No, I don't have Speedos. No, RH. And I will say again, there are some people that just shouldn't wear certain things. They leave indelible marks in your mind.
Yeah, some things you just can't unsee.
That's right.
It doesn't work. Not at all.
Right.
I'm pretty sure by this point Kevin Barkley's gotten his prize. I know that Frank has gotten his package, and Dave Cruikshank, his package went out Monday, so he may have his here in a day or two.
Oh, Frank, I don't even want to think about that. I'm watching the comments here.
Right.
I'm not even going to repeat what Frank typed. No.
Yeah, probably for the best. So would it be safe to say you're about 80% of the way packed?
Yeah. The wife, she's getting some stuff together yet. She's got things laid out and ready to go. I got stuff laid out, ready to go. Now it's just shove it in the packaging and get it on the plane.
Right. Tomorrow's the big day for packing then.
That's right.
Got all your cables and chargers all stowed away?
Oh, yeah. Checked, rechecked. Do I have it? Don't I have it? Do I have the coils, pinpointers that Ron wants? Do I have my 2 coils for the Manicore? All that kind of stuff. And I do have a backup, which I may use quite often. I want to try it out on the beach. Legend 2. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you're taking a few machines.
I'm taking 2. And it all boils down to Jerry when he got there and all he had was a Manicore with him and took a trip down. And on the second day, it drowned.
Yeah. And those of us that have had that unfortunate experience know how that really kind of puts a damper on things.
I put a lot of faith into our machines. Different brands.
They are good.
They're all good, but it happens. And I'm down there 2 weeks. So
exactly. I had to seal fail on a CTX at one point, and while I had it in for repair, I was able to fall back to the E-Track at least while the CTX was in the shop. But man, that really showed me the difference in ergonomics during that time period.
Tam, no, you don't have to do like England. Jill used to metal detect. She doesn't anymore. She's in the mode of, I metal detect. She's on the beach in a chair with a book and a shady hat enjoying herself. Yeah, Shannon, it's supposed to drop back and be winter again.
Yeah, well, according to the forecast anyway, we've got a few decent days before it goes back to that cold snap, but not many.
Well, and ORH has, can you do go lives? I haven't tried it. Ron posts pictures and little short videos here and there, and I've got my international program kicking in on Friday, and it's supposed to be on unlimited talk text. So I don't know. We will find out. I would like to do that, but we'll see.
And then this is all, of course, based on what service is like there. I don't know. Maybe some of those photos and things that Ron is posting, he's posting from the luxuries of his B&B.
Right. And we've got the beaches around that island are numerous and large, long. And most of what we hunt is the leeward side, not the windward. And the windward's on the Atlantic side, and it's rocky and pretty rough most of the time.
Yeah, and that, I would imagine a big part of that is to do with the fact of it is the windward side.
So we'll see. And when I go to these places like that, unless I'm doing hardcore diving, I get out and detect. I'll go out till 10:30, 11, because at that point, Aruba is where I'm going. At that point, it starts getting really hot.
It gets kind of warm.
So we pull back and we'll go back to the house and get in the pool and relax.
Right. Kind of find a little shady spot to chill out in the rest of the day.
Up around 6, eat a little breakfast, 6:30 out. Where we're at, we're in about the central part of the island. It isn't 10 to 15 minutes from any of the beaches going around for us to drive to. And we've got...
Oh, nice location.
So it's a really nice place, and it's quiet. Nice backyard and a pool.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, we only did a week up last year, and it wasn't enough. I've been all over, done 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks in places that aren't that nice. So I decided, Jill and Ron said he was getting the same place. I said, let's do 2 weeks. She said she's in.
Yeah, it sounds like, well, I mean, you went for a week last year. It wasn't long enough. 2 weeks this year. Who knows? Maybe it'll be 2 weeks again next year. I see this becoming an annual thing.
This is a very nice place if you guys ever get a chance. Now, hotels, if you're on the beach, they're pricey.
Pricey.
Oh, man. It's Hawaii style charges and higher.
Right. Well, you figure it's a tourist destination.
Oh, yeah. All the ships are rolling in, literally all the big cruise lines.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure that's a frequent stop for the cruises.
And that downtown section is kind of fun to walk, but things are expensive along that strip. Oh, my God.
Well, and I'll bet at times probably fairly packed.
Yep.
A lot of people out there.
So it's a nice place. It really is. And the food,
Well, it
you
sounds
got
like
any
it.
kind of cuisine from German all the way down through Caribbean to different styles from South America. There's, and that is not, there's these little nook and cranny, style restaurants all around that serve just fantastic food. Yep.
So even if you don't find much, the food's going to be good.
Yep. So
It looked like it the last time, even. I mean, you guys did a few go lives, well, little short ones or short videos
sure.
of some of the
I'm
places
gonna,
that
I'm
you
gonna attempt to get on a beach and go along, see if I find something to go live. And thank you, Facebook user. I need it. Just a nice vacation. We need it. Jill and I both do.
well, you're not going to be able to beat the weather. And like you said, you've spent longer times and worse.
Oh yeah. Trust me. Trust me.
Of course, I don't know. You get a couple more seasons of Aruba in there, you may decide that that's the best way of roughing it.
Yeah. Well, no, I still like going out west and north and that kind of stuff. So spend my time on one. Jill will tell you the every time I have here.
Right.
I'll give you the names because I can't monitor both sides. We're bouncing in and out a little bit.
Right. I was just trying to check and make sure it wasn't on my end here.
Okay.
I don't believe it is, so.
No.
It's smoothed out now though. Whatever it was.
As soon as I get back, the new system will be hooked up.
Oh, well, we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to like that, though.
I'm hoping to actually get away from Dish, Frontier.
Well, and the way it sounds.
Yeah.
The way it sounds from what you guys are telling you, they say you're going to like it too.
Yep. So.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Hey, Barb, I love Tybee Island also. I have been there. I actually detected on the Tybee Island a little bit, but midway out to the island, there's one road that turns to the right. You follow that road, and there is when you get by it, it says shrimp. That's all it says. So I turned and went out, and there is a restaurant right there at the landing where the shrimp boats come in. They take them off the boat, clean them, cook them, and you get to sit down and eat them. And it's fantastic.
You can't get much fresher.
No. We were watching them offload them. That was pretty cool.
Right?
And the picnic tables are round. There's a hole in the center of the picnic table. They bring you a big platter of shrimp, however you ordered it. Sit and you shuck them and eat shrimp and fresh cornbread. And we had peach cobbler too, and that was good.
Wow. Got it all.
Right. So,
And sometimes those out of the way places like that, they've got some of the best food.
yeah. So anyway, looking forward to it. Trust me. And if I can pop a go live, I will try and do it. If I can hook up with you for a short, like next Wednesday, I'll try to.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the
Well,
time difference. I don't know if that's a central or what their time is. So I'll get that figured out when we get down there.
right, yeah, gonna have to figure that out once you're there, probably. I mean, I'm sure I could do the math before that, but it'd be just as easy to Google it.
Right.
And I guess that does bring up a good point too for people in the chat. Who's watching the Super Bowl Sunday? I wonder, I'll bet there's going to be quite a few people watching the game Sunday, which means that it may be, I may just go ahead and not even run a go live or a live stream that night, since everybody's probably going to be watching the game.
Right. So, yeah, Tam, go Chiefs. I agree. I'm with you. So, don't know if I'll have the Super Bowl on down there.
Yeah, you might miss out on it.
Breaks my heart.
They're liable to have it somewhere, but I'm sure there's a number of people that they won't be watching, but there's quite a few that will be as well, I'm sure. So, yeah, probably not doing a live stream Sunday.
Okay.
But then Wednesday, yeah, we can see what we can do, and I've got some other tricks I've been trying to work in, but I was not able to get them finished today. So who knows when those will get worked into the show.
They're 2 hours ahead. The guys are taking care of me here. AST 2 hours ahead for Dennis. Scott says it's 9:31 right now. So maybe the old phone will work. We'll see. Set Ron down and try and get him to hold still for 30 seconds.
That sounds almost more impossible than seeing if the internet's going to hold.
Well, they've got Wi-Fi there and at the house, and we get to use it. So maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. We'll find out. Tune in next Sunday and see if I can get on. Or Wednesday.
Right. And I guess, yeah, it would be 2 hours ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
So that might not be terribly bad.
Yeah, come on at 9 o'clock. We could talk and Ron can throw his rings around and I can throw a toddy down.
Right?
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
I mean, you're on vacation.
That's right. No calls dropping for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a nice change of pace for you, too.
Yeah.
It's always good to get a little bit of a break from that.
Yep. So.
With Ron returning the rings that he has, though, does he have too awful many to show off?
He put a post up today. He's got several nice ones. He's got a lot of bling jewelry. A lot of it, but he's gotten several good gold ones and platinum, I believe, and some jewelry and coinage. But he's been working with his little hookah outfit that he's got and working around the coral edges, and he seems to be doing good.
Yeah, definitely a good place to work.
Yeah,
and that's one of the advantages of having a hookah. You can get out there further than the other water hunters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blue, I think, is the name of those. And I think he gets off of a battery an hour and 10 or 15 minutes. So He times himself and knows when to back off and throws another battery on and goes back out for a while, but he doesn't overdo it.
Well, and you figure just running off a battery power like that, that's not bad. That's not a bad runtime on a charge, I wouldn't think.
Right. So, and Facebook users tell me they're going to Florida Hunt 10 for a vacation. Beaches can't wait. They can't wait to get out also. I know
Right.
Steve is heading down with Frank and Ronnie, and they'll be at Florida Hunt 10, and the whole slew will be down there.
Yeah. Tam asked me earlier, she's like, what are you talking about on the show tonight? I said, well, you know, people are getting excited. Ronnie's headed to Florida. Chuck's, you know, Ronnie's going to Florida. Chuck's going to Aruba. I'm going crazy.
There you go. Short train, too, isn't it?
It don't take much. It don't take much.
Yep.
Not at all.
He's headed for Florida Hunt 10, it sounds like.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I'm not sure what they're...
And
I'm not...
That's another hunt that's outstanding. That's upright. That's a good hunt.
Right. And I don't know if that's going to be like a raffle item or a token prize or what, but Matt Kwiatkowski posted in there that his mom had just finished a painting that is going to be available there at the Florida Hunt. I don't know if it says a raffle prize or a token prize or what, but
and I know Gary
nice painting.
Posted up the little pickup truck he made with everybody's logo on it.
Oh, they always sell a slew of raffle tickets.
Oh yeah,
for that.
people all want that. That's a nice collectible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steve, he may wrestle. Maybe he'll wrestle a horse this time. He rode a horse. He wrestled a pig. So I don't know what he'll pull off this time.
Maybe Frank can bring along a iguana for him to wrestle around with, or crocodile. Yeah, let him wrestle a crocodile.
There you go.
Alligator.
Yep.
See how that goes.
Okay. All righty. Well, anyway.
Steve is going, and Ronnie and Frank and Celeste. As a matter of fact, I think Steve's going to hang out down there for a few extra days or whatever. And
I think
while he's down there,
they like to go over to St. Augustine and visit the shop there and talk with friends there. And I know they like hunting in the areas around there, so they'll have a good time. I hope they do well.
Well, I know they're at least going to have a good time down there at Spanish Main Antiques.
Yep, that's where they like to go.
That's a heck of a shop. But the way it sounds, while Steve's down there, at least, that'll be the first time, and I can't remember how long, that Detect America had Frank and Steve in the same room.
Oh, well, it'll never be the same room again, will it?
It'll be a full house.
Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be.
But Steve's looking forward to it. Seems like Ronnie's definitely looking forward to it as well. He needs to stop and take a break from time to time, too.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Doesn't sound like it's going to be near as long as yours, but one of these days, I mean, Frank and Steve have been wearing him down. One of these days, maybe he'll switch over to that.
Let's
take
hope
a break
so.
for a couple of weeks. Of course, who knows? One of these days, he may just say, you know what? This whole Aruba thing sounds pretty nice. Maybe I should go there for a week or so with Chuck.
Well, that'd be his kind of hunting.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Steve's
Yeah.
talking about not having to drive with Slowpoke. Who, pray tell, may that be, Steve? Oh, Mark Hoover's in the house.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody
Everybody's got to play
Mark.
nice.
Hello,
Quit
Mark Hoover.
Mark.
Yep.
Well, he has found us.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, good to see. Definitely. Definitely. And for those who, I know I did get a message. Somebody had wondered if I had decided not to leave Spreaker. And no, actually, we're already gone.
Yeah. So
customer service apparently is not everything it's cracked up to be, because I still get notifications of other shows, and so that means either they singled us out or they like lying to me. Either way, I'm not sticking around. Not for that kind of service.
That's bad, Steve.
Right.
Do you have a call-in line that we can put out there where people can just call in?
I do, but
Uh-oh.
That was one of the things I was going to finish up today and start to bring that back. And with other things going on, I did not finish it up. I mean, it may or may not work. And
well, I'm going to have Dennis call in because they're having a raffle for their club. I thought maybe you'd like to plug the raffle.
Well, then I should have got that finished.
I on there a minute ago. And they've got a few things going on there. I thought maybe he'd like to plug his raffle.
Right.
Yes. We need to publish a number.
Well, we're getting close to that. Like I said, I was going to try to get that done, but
that raffle runs for a while, so we have to get him on. They can talk about their raffle for their club, and that would be good if they want to go outside and sell like that. I know there's some silver involved.
Yeah, if they're looking to go outside of the club or whatever and sell those raffle tickets, be more than happy to mention it or get him on so he can say something about it. I mean, like I said, Skype isn't up yet, but I can always send him a link, I guess.
Right. Hello, Rich Clark. He just signed in on Facebook, I think. Maybe
nice.
Sunday. Said maybe you can get him going and he can call in with you on Sunday and you guys can chat about the club and the raffles.
Well, not this Sunday though. With the Super Bowl going on, I don't know that there will be that many people around to hear about the raffle or not.
Right. So,
anyway, though, and thanks, Indiana. I saw that in the chat. Very cool. That was nice of Lou. And don't forget, check out his YouTube channel, people.
Which one was that?
Indiana Tones.
Indiana Tones, that's right. I have stopped in on that. He does a good job.
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too bad. Real good.
I mean, I've seen plenty do much worse. Much worse. I mean, he's doing a good job. So,
Yeah.
and I see it looks like they're welcoming Mark into the chat too. So he must have just dropped in on us here somewhere.
Well, yeah, we got a few others that are popping in, and they're discussing whether they should use Facebook or this, and they're telling them don't use Facebook, use this.
Oh, well.
Jason says right now you got 21 more over in the chat at YouTube. So hello, all YouTubers.
I've heard from a few people now. They seem to prefer the layout of the YouTube chat. Apparently, it's a little easier to follow than what it is on Facebook. Not to mention, well, I guess you could tag people on Facebook too, but especially here on the YouTube side where I'm watching it roll because it's easier for me to watch. They can actually tag the channel and it will highlight my name. And if I'm not necessarily paying real close attention, I'll see that big yellow sign. Hey, look at me. And I can kind of look to see what they were trying to draw my attention to.
Right.
So it works out.
I think we got it all worked out. Now we just got to get some other people coming on with us. So I'll work on that. I'm hoping right after we get back, Ron, we stay the last 2 weeks. Ron and Gretchen fly back. Maybe we get Ron on one night and he can talk England and Aruba, and he's going to Alaska with me, and I think I'm going to England. He keeps bouncing me between the spring hunt and the fall hunt, filling me.
Oh, it changed again?
Yeah, he wants me back to the spring hunt because somebody dropped out. There was an open. That's my choice. So I could stay with the fall or move to the spring. I think I'm going to stay with the fall.
Right? That sounds like a better choice. I mean,
well, I've seen a lot of videos of those guys over there in the spring hunts, and they get 1 or 2 nice days. But man, I've seen them out in the snow and hail. And I'm thinking, you know what? No.
Maybe fall sounds a little better.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it.
The fall, that's been it, except for the typhoon that came in when we were the first week in fall, and the wind was. It was a 1-day event, and we were out in it, and it was just howling and it raining. Oh man!
Well, and in that particular scenario, that just couldn't be helped. I mean, that was kind of an act of God.
Yeah, it is. And you know, I never thought in my life that I'd be in 2 typhoons, one in Alaska and one in England.
Right.
And they got a different name for it over there in England. But
right.
It was a lost hurricane that ran due north and hit southern England.
Wow.
And metal detecting on in both of them too.
That's, well, determination.
Yeah. Well,
but
the one
again,
Mike Slater and I looked at each other and we said, let's go see it. I told him, let's go see if the FTC works in a typhoon. He said, that'd make a neat clip. Went out there, drove 2 miles up into the back hills, went to a spot. Bam. It wasn't 15 minutes. I found it, but boy, I'll tell you what, got a nice 1/4 ounce plus. We hopped on the bikes and went back. It was enough of that.
Right. That's when you go, yep, that's good for today.
Yep. So
definitely that's good for today.
And
it was an interesting clip though.
Yep. Yes, it was. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll let you wrap it up. I'm going to go mess with some of my packing here in a couple minutes and get things to the point.
Right.
That
Try to get all that packing finished.
Well, try to get everything squeezed in. I mean, I'm taking the carry-on will have odds and ends in it, but both power heads will be in the carry-on. And they're good with that because you've got the lithium battery and
Right.
on both of them, and that way it's there. And the rest, I've got it packed in so it just lays in the suitcase, and it's a hard bottom, and then pack around that, and we should do all right.
Right.
Thanks, Janet.
Well,
thanks, Dennis. I'll try to
make sure and don't forget to take that Manicore coil.
Oh, it's packed. I mean, it's sitting right there with the stuff to go in. I want to take that.
Right. I want to hear how that thing does on the beach. Definitely. But until that point, hopefully you and Jill have safe travels.
Well, thank you. Jason, we were pulling in little side parking areas. There was no paying for any beach time to park. None. Zero. The only problem with it is the cars down there are tiny.
Right.
And 4 inches off the ground at best. So you got to squat down, slide in, pack yourself in front and back, and go down the road like in a Prius. No. And you don't see, it's kind of like England. You don't see big pickup trucks or little Toyotas. I did see a couple Ford Rangers down there, but over in England, pick up F-150s and Sierras and Dodge trucks like we have here. Rarely seen. Same way down there.
Right. Yeah, I would imagine it would be.
Even their ambulances are small. And good God, you can park a car in the back of our ambulance rig. Small one from down there. They aren't much bigger than ATV.
Well, and I would think, for being an island, maybe some of that has to do with concerns of fuel efficiency.
Yes, it does. And ORH, you're right. They're Hiluxes. And
good way to put it.
And there's a Ford van that's kind of odd looking. It's a European style that I saw down there quite often that they do all their deliveries in. So it's a little different atmosphere. But I'll tell you what, when the King and Queen showed up last year, they had limos. Big ones. Big. It looked like CADs from a distance. So they were there visiting while we were there last year, and that changes things.
And probably brought them with them.
More than likely, because there were ships all around the island while he was there. And I'm not talking freighters. I'm talking corvettes and destroyers from the Netherlands Navy, and they keep an eye on him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That would not surprise me in the least.
Right.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, have a great one.
Right.
Get out of here. Up with some clothing that needs to be stuffed in the corners of the bag, and then I can put my gear in.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Well, then you have a wonderful evening. Safe travels to you and Jill, and maybe we'll talk to you while you're there. Maybe we'll talk to you when you get back.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. We will attempt that. So I'll be in touch with you. Okay?
All right. Safe travels.
Safe travels. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, so, yeah, we're thinking that Sunday, since it is Super Bowl Sunday, I know some people don't follow the game. I don't necessarily follow the game either. but there are quite a few that do. And I'm sure some of them treat it just like a national holiday, so to speak. So we'll let them enjoy the day without interrupting anything, and then we'll probably be back Wednesday. But you never know. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a short little live or something. I kind of doubt it, though. I mean, I do have a couple of things that I'm gonna be. I thought about trying them out tonight, but yeah, probably be better off just to wait and see first. I'll try to get some things, get the ducks in a row, so to speak, and see. I guess we've still got to see too what date works better for Jason as far as being on the show. Like I mentioned earlier, for people who may be wondering, we have already left Spreaker. If they want to find us, they can find us on one of the viewing destinations. Beyond Sight and Sound page, My Timeline, Detect America, sometimes the Beyond Sight and Sound group, the Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook group, if I can remember to get it over there. Because usually when the bumpers are rolling, I'm busy doing some other things, trying to get things done. And for one other thing, for those who have downloaded the Podbean app, if they're not finding the audio side of the podcast through one of the podcast distribution services, if you have downloaded the Podbean app, you may want to go in on your device, open that app, and check and see how your settings are set up. I'm not sure why mine changed, but mine apparently were set on a feature that will automatically download every episode of followed shows, and then it'll delete automatically once I've listened to the episode. But if you're not following the audio side of the podcast and you're not accessing that episode through the Podbean app, it could potentially be eating up space, eating up data on your phone. It's nothing hard to negotiate or navigate. All you got to do is go in and let's see, go to profile in the bottom right hand corner, go to settings, and then I believe you will find the storage and auto download settings right there. It's pretty easy to figure out after that. Other than that, I think that that pretty much covers everything. So I think we're going to get on out of here. Have a wonderful evening, folks. Get out there, try to find it if you can. Post up the photos. You know how we love to see them. I know I saw Indiana in there telling everybody to smash the thumbs up. Appreciate that. It unfortunately on this side of the platform, it does actually help. So we'll see what happens. I know other people are going, where is he? Why do we not see him on video? I'm still working on it. Until the next time, though, have a wonderful evening. Whoever you're rooting for Sunday, may your team win, I guess. And if we're back Sunday, we're back. If not, we're back Wednesday. That's all I can say. Until then, though, that's where you can find us, Sundays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget our friends over at Can You Dig It on Thursdays, our friends at Detect America on Mondays, Jersey History Hunters on Tuesdays. There's a lot of options out there anymore. back when we started doing this, there weren't all that many, but there's a number of them now. Have a wonderful evening, folks. We're out of here. We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.